What's happening? It's Chris Hall here. You are now tuned into the Chris Hall Show, where we discuss dating, relationships, and much, much more. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today. So, as you see, this, until further notice, will be the new look of the Chris Hall Show, to where you have the city skyline in the background. I don't know what city this is. If anybody knows, let me know. The description never said where it was, but I know one thing, I like it. The only thing constant about the Chris Hall Show here is going to be change. Sometimes change for the better, sometimes change for the worse. But what I did want to do is come up here and show you guys what I have going on. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell so you are alerted anytime that I drop some new content. If you like what you're seeing, give me a thumbs up. If you do, not mine. If you hate it, give me a thumbs down and tell me why you are being such a hater. No, I'm kidding. So yeah, we are here. And what I wanted to do, I'm not going to keep you long. I wanted to share a story. You know, I have my outspoken opinions when it comes to COVID and the vaccine and mandates and things like that. So sometimes I do jump in and out of content when it comes to that. So I want to tell you guys a story. So I was on a date, right? I was on a date this past weekend, and we went to a restaurant in Midtown Atlanta called Bonton. Now, I've been to Bonton a few times before, and I do enjoy their food. I enjoy their drinks. It's a real nice spot. You don't have to dress all up. It's right on the corner there. You can pretty much just walk in, take a seat, and enjoy yourself. It was cold that night, so they didn't necessarily have outside seating. Now, Bonton, I will admit, is about that big, right? So it's not a huge spot, which is cool. It's all good. So went inside, speak to the young lady at the front desk. Say, hey, do you guys have any seating at the bar? When I go out, I don't know. I just like sitting at the bar. That's just how I roll. I feel like you're more social that way. You're sitting right next to the person. You can have a conversation without being far apart or whatever. You get. I don't know. I don't know. I just like the feel of being at the bar. So they said, the bar's closed. I said, okay, cool. She says, but no, I was like, can we just get a table then? And she was like, well, do you have reservations? I said, mind you, like I said, this is not a hoity-toity 5-star upscale restaurant per se, to where you would need reservations. So I was kind of thrown off by it anyway, but whatever. No, I don't have reservations. So she says, oh, no problem. We have plenty of tables available. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, if you have a gaggle of tables available, then what does it matter whether I have a reservation or not? But who knows? Maybe she was wondering if I had a reservation so she can cross my name off for the reservation list. I like giving people the benefit of the doubt, Cool. I was like, all right, yeah, let's get a table. So then she says, okay, cool, no problem. You guys have a mask? So I'm like, all right, well, we've been standing in this location at this point for about 3 minutes, I'd say. 3 to 5 minutes. I may be exaggerating, but let's go with 3 minutes, right? So I say, sarcastically, of course, do we have to eat with our mask on here? So she laughs. Oh my, you're so funny, black man. No, you don't have to eat with your mask on. It is just company policy that we wear masks. Mind you, like I said, I've been here 2 times recently. So during I guess we can now call this the COVID era, right? It's like an era, almost like the Renaissance era, things like that. Medieval times. This is the COVID era in the world here. So I said, no, we don't have a mask. She said, no problem. Luckily for you, we have a plethora of masks here that you can have. So I said, so you're telling me, mind you, like I said, Bonton is that big. So you're telling me I have to wear a mask from right here at the door to 3 feet to the table. Let me say it again for the kids in the back. I have to put on a mask to stand here, and if I want to travel, I have to, I guess I don't have to wear a mask. I'm standing still or something. If I am walking 3 feet to my table, whereas no one's in there for the most part, this isn't a packed house, okay? I have to wear a mask to make you feel like I'm following your rules.
How stupid would I be to do that?
I didn't say you were holding.
That's stupid, guys.
I didn't.
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
There is no medical benefit in what Bonton is asking their patrons to do. It's just we want you to follow suit with what everyone else is doing. I say, you know what? At this point, I was hungry, okay, on the verge of hangry. I said, you know what? That's cool. I will play the dog and pony show. I will be a participating member of the dog and pony show in the Virtuous Olympics. Cool. Give me the mask. I put the little blue piece of paper on my face so people can feel better. Right? So I do that. I'm now ready to sit down. She says, all right. Do you guys have a proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test? Now, y'all that know me, I mean, one can call me hard-headed, can call me a rebel rouser, going against the grain, maybe a little outspoken. I mean, I have a YouTube channel. What the fuck do you think? So at this point, I've had it. You've asked me for reservations that I do not need. You want me to put on a slave muzzle to walk from here to there, literally 3 feet. That's no exaggeration. It's literally 3 feet. You want me to put on a mask to walk 3 feet, then take my mask off. And then I'm assuming once I get up to exit, I have to then put the slave muzzle back on and then walk out the door. And then I can take it off. Now, I know all y'all have good sense, especially y'all that watch this channel. Right? You have good sense. But I know a lot of y'all don't have a lot of good sense, and you may not understand where I'm coming from. But that made no sense whatsoever to where customers now, mind you, this is a small business. Bonton doesn't have a chain of restaurants across the globe. As far as I know, they may have other I don't know, but it's not a chain restaurant. This isn't a big box store like a Walmart or Best Buy or something like that. My age. So I'm like, damn, y'all are trying to put your customers through so many hoops just to pay you money. Now, I have a business of my own. I couldn't imagine having my customers go to 4 different sites to book an appointment for me to come over there so they can pay me. I'll have to make my customer go through so many hoops just to utilize my services. And I think we sometimes forget that he who holds the money holds the power. So if we don't go to your establishment, then you would have no rules to set. But unfortunately, most of the world is more of a go along to get along type of individuals, and I think we are breeding more and more of those species is go along to get along. I tell you this, mind you, they might not miss my $70, $80 every so often. But I will tell you this, I will feel a lot better for not going. Mind you, this lady wasn't rude, and I know this isn't her company. But to have rules set forth like that, and at what point, as I close here, at what point do we start thinking about discrimination? I hear a lot of y'all, being extra blackety black and woke and this, that, and the third, still suffering from slavery and Jim Crow South and all of the above. Yeah, I mean, life is just so difficult for you because racism is literally holding you down by the neck, and you cannot get up under the white man's finger, the man, right? I understand that. I'm sorry to hear that. I cannot wait for you to get out of your situation. I wish you nothing but the best. So with those people talking about discrimination, I mean, is this not discrimination? And not saying about Bonton, personally, but just talking in general, at what point are people going to start instituting certain things to keep certain people out? Like people know who live in Atlanta, over in the Buckhead shops, to where establishments over there would literally have dress codes that will even, I would say I'm a cool, calm, and collective African American. I'm not here to start no trouble. I like the finer things in life myself personally anyway. But if y'all have been over there in Buckhead, you know that these aren't, and not the shops at Buckhead, but Buckhead Saloon, the Buckhead bars, right? By the Buckhead bars, it's not, these are rinky dink, old fashioned with the whole double doors, and you see the cowboy come through. Ooh, wow, wow, wow. Right? It's not that fancy over there. There's this place called Stagecoach, Buckhead Saloon, like, you know what I'm saying? But they would have dress codes that literally have a laundry list of typically what urban black men would wear. Like if you wear like some urban gear, even as a sophisticated adult, you may still wear some, distressed jeans, a white t-shirt, and a hat of some sort, because your jeans were distressed, you wouldn't get in. But then there could be a preppy white boy or something like that with a Texas Longhorns hat, a shirt, some short khakis, and thong sandals, and he's walking around with his Pat's Blue Ribbon just fine, right? So with that said, at what point do we start do we start having these problems with the vaccination? It's going to be, just like they had back in the day, coloreds only. Is there going to be a vaccinated only water fountains? Because, they've stopped like water fountains at the gyms and stuff like that because of COVID. So are they going to say, okay, well, everyone who's vaccinated can drink out of this fountain? If you're unvaccinated, you can drink out of this fountain. And I'm going to tell you, in 2022, I think it's going to get even weirder that you're going to have vaccinated over here. You're going to have, your one dosers over here. You're going to have your fully vaxxed. They have the party pack of vaccines and boosters. And then you're going to have the non-vaccinated over here. Those are the dirty ones, right? We put the dirty ones over there. Those drink out the hose. So at what point, I mean, honestly, with the mandates, and as you've seen with the story in the restaurant where there are no mandates here in Atlanta, this is the weird part. At Bonton, you guys have this long laundry list of restrictions and leaps and bounds I got to go through. But I could walk across the street to the black establishment, or let's say the more urban establishment, and walk right into Boogaloo just fine, no mask, no nothing, and have a gay old time. No pun intended. Why? So why is y'all never? No one ever thinks. You never thought about why is there COVID over here but no COVID over there? No one ever thought about that. No one ever thought about the more restrictions we've had, the worse it has gotten. No one's realized that. Do y'all even look at the numbers anymore? I don't think so. I was supposed to close a long time ago, but I'm still here. I just wanted to share that story with you. You know, I can go on forever when it comes to talks about COVID and the vaccine and really the mandates. Y'all can listen. If they allow y'all to shoot up heroin, then you can do whatever after that, okay? You can shoot whatever you want in your veins. I have no problems with that. My problem is when you judge me on what I have or have not put in my veins. That's my problem. So in closing, this is Chris Hall. You have been tuned into the Chris Hall Show, where we discuss dating, relationships, much, much more. All that good stuff. Make sure you stay in tune, stay tapped in with what I got going on. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell so you're notified to any time that I drop some new content. Give me a thumbs up. Also, the Chris Hall podcast. Make sure you follow, download that, available on all streaming platforms. And I'm out.